Hey everyone, welcome to That's Good Denver. I'm your host Chris Romeo, and today we will be doing the predictions for the 2021-22 NFL season. It's about 3 days away or 4 days away. It starts on Thursday between the Cowboys and Buccaneers. It's Sunday night right now as I'm streaming this video, and yeah, I'm very excited. Not much sports for me to watch, to be honest. Ever since the Nuggets ended their season to the Suns and the NBA Finals ended, I mean, except for baseball, but the Rockies aren't really that great. Um, but just an update real quick. Before the season starts. First of all, I did not. Uh, I've posted a video since, but the Broncos have selected a starting quarterback. It is going to be Teddy Bridgewater, and I don't I kind of wish Drew Lock was going to start because he has more chemistry with that young talent on the Broncos offense. But they're going to go with Teddy Bridgewater. And I think that's not a bad decision. I mean, I could see that going very well, and I honestly think Teddy Bridgewater is going to get the Broncos to where they need to be. I could definitely see the Broncos. I think they're going to get a playoff spot this year. It might be a little bit biased, but I think they're going to get a playoff spot this year and get like a 6 or 7 seed, maybe even win a wild card game and make a run to the in the postseason. But yeah, we'll see. Um, and yeah, that's about what I can think of with updates. I mean, so in this prediction video, I already predicted the regular season because it's going to take a while for me to get through all the regular season games. But I will go down the list on both conferences on each team how they think they'll do and break down why I predicted a certain record for them, and then I'll get into the postseason, break down each postseason game, and come up with a Super Bowl winner. Um, and that's about it with that. So let's get. Okay, we'll start off with the AFC side. First, we got the Kansas City Chiefs. They have the number one seed, 15-2. Obviously, one of the best teams in the NFL. They'll definitely have a chance to go back to the Super Bowl. I don't think it will be a Super Bowl hangover from last year. What happened to them? I think them not having the two offensive linemen just hurt them. And Patrick Mahomes won't be running for his life constantly this regular season. The Bills, 14-3, number two seed, just like they were last year. Another really good year. I think this is going to be, a big year for them. I mean, obviously they have young talent. It's a new era for them, new era for the Chiefs too. So question is, can they get over that? Can they get back to the Super Bowl and hopefully win it sometime in the foreseeable future? We'll have to see. Baltimore Ravens 13-4, have them being division champs again. Weren't division champs last year. Number 5 seed. Lost to the Bills in the divisional round. Still a really good year, but question for them is can Lamar Jackson get them to the big game? Kind of the same question with the Bills too. And the Chiefs, they won a Super Bowl 2 years ago. They're gonna they're definitely one of the favorites to get back there and do it. Titans 12-5. This team is gonna be very good. I mean, their offense is gonna be loaded. They already have Derrick Henry, Julio Jones now. And Ryan Tannehill, he's not bad. So their offense is going to be loaded. Their defense, is the only question. I mean, Jarrell Casey isn't playing for them anymore. Their defense still might be good, but yeah, this Titans offense is going to be scary. Browns 12-5. Browns are I'm pretty high on the Browns, to be honest. I think they're going to win a Super Bowl sometime in the foreseeable future. I'm not sure about this year, but 12-5 I think is very reasonable for the Browns. I could see them winning the division, but I have the Ravens winning the division. And I think they're going to be pushing for a Super Bowl sometime soon. Baker Mayfield very good in their defense. They have all around really good solid team. Broncos 12-5. This is a pretty biased take on this, I understand, but Teddy Bridgewater leading this team with young talent. I mean, all they literally need is good quarterback play. They have the weapons, young talent, and offense. Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, Javonte Williams in the backfield with Melvin Gordon. I think this is going to be and they have a top 5 defense in my opinion with Von Miller coming back, adding Patrick Surtain, one of the best safeties in the game, Justin Simmons. I could see that. I think this team will get like the number 6 seed. I'm not sure about 12-5, but yeah, I think they'll get in the playoffs. And by the way, some of these records might be a little exaggerated, possibly, as we go down. But you know, some of these teams, like I think I have. I don't mean to be a spoiler, but I think I have the Lions winning like one game in the playoffs and winning one game this year. They're going to be one of the worst teams in the league, but I think they'll win more than one game. The upsets happen and stuff. Chargers 11-6. I'm pretty high on this team too. I think they're going to be very good. Justin Herbert coming into his second season had a great year last year. Paired with some young talent on offense, like Keenan Allen, and on their defense, they have Joey Bosa and stuff, and they're going to be pretty good. Definitely a playoff contender. Patriots 8-9, a little better than last year. They'll be close to a playoff spot, but I don't think they're going to get there. Mac Jones' first year, he'll be pretty good, but he's going to be the starter now that Cam Newton's not playing. Not got they. Sorry, Patriots cut Cam Newton, so Mac Jones is going to be the guy. Let's see, if he can get him somewhere. But I think Patriots will go 8-9. Same here with the Colts. I have them going 8-9. I'm not really sure who's going to be at quarterback with Carson Wentz out. Their defense is still going to be very solid, one of the best in the league. But I have the Colts going 8-9. Just they'll be borderline playoff team too. But yeah, with not really a quarterback, I'm not sure how well they're going to do. Dolphins 8-9, kind of the same boat. They have a really good defense, but Tua Tagovailoa, he's a pretty good quarterback, but I just don't see them. They're Dolphins still are like a year or two away. I think Tua Tagovailoa needs time to develop. He wasn't really that great last year. He got replaced a lot by Ryan Fitzpatrick late in games, and I just think Tua needs to develop. In a few years, the Dolphins will be good. Steelers 8-9. So the defense is going to be one of the best in the game, but top five for sure. But their offense is going to be a big question. Ben Roethlisberger, this might be his last year, and I just don't think their offense is going to be very good. Their defense is going to be really good, but that's why the Steelers are going to be like kind of the same boat as the Colts and Dolphins, and I don't think they're going to make the playoffs this year. Bengals 7-10. I think this is going to be a step forward for the Bengals. Still not particularly great, but 7 wins. That's a lot better than 2 years ago when they had 2 wins and last year. And I think the Bengals are 2 years away, maybe even a year away from going to the playoffs with Joe Burrow and that young talent offense. The question is, can their offensive line hold up for Joe Burrow? And their defense still isn't very good, I don't think. But yeah, we'll see. I think Joe Burrow is the guy for the future as long as he doesn't get hurt by his offensive line. Jaguars 5-12, a little better than last year. Trevor Lawrence will get him to 5 wins. There's still not enough talent around Trevor Lawrence. That's why I only have him winning 5 games and not making it not even close to the playoffs. But once the Jaguars can build a little more talent around Trevor Lawrence, I can see this team getting to the playoffs in the foreseeable future. Hopefully in the foreseeable future. I think Trevor Lawrence will turn things around, make the Jaguars a good team for the first time, pretty much ever in their franchise, except for that one year they went to the AFC Championship game. Raiders 2-15. I know this is probably a lot worse than you expected, but they're probably more closer to 5 wins or 6 wins. But I don't see anything that special out of the Raiders. A lot of people are going to hate on me for this. Probably because I'm a Broncos fan and they're in the same division as us. But I don't see anything that great about the Raiders. Josh Jacobs is really good. Derek Carr is pretty good, but their defense is terrible. One of the worst in the league, I think. So, yeah. Jets 1-16. Zach Wilson will be the starter. He might do okay, but, the Jets are still in rebuild mode, and they only have one. I just think they're going to suck again, kinda, and they're gonna need a good draft pick to rebuild. Texans 1-16. Bill O'Brien. I'm sorry, Houston sports fans, but Deshaun Watson is all you guys have, and this team is the same boat as the Texans, and um, it's gonna take a while for Jets and Texans to rebuild and become a good team. Like, it's gonna take a lot of rebuilding for both of these teams. So that's it with the AFC. On the NFC side of things, once I can scroll up. Okay. First off, number one seed Buccaneers coming off a Super Bowl last year, having them winning the division, getting the number one seed. The question is, how far can they go with Tom Brady? Does Tom Brady have another Super Bowl in him for Tampa Bay? We'll see. Packers 13-4, still really good. Having them winning the division this year. They're fortunate, to keep Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams on their team. I was hoping Rodgers would go to the Broncos. But I have a lot of Packers fans that are happy about it, and I'm kind of happy for them, I guess. But anyway, the question is, can Aaron Rodgers and the Packers get past that NFC Championship game, get them back to the Super Bowl? Because Aaron Rodgers has lost like 4 straight NFC Championship games, and I would like to see Rodgers and Devontae Adams get back to the Super Bowl or something. Because they have the talent on offense. Their defense is what's held them back and keeps losing the NFC Championship game. So, yeah, let's see if they can get that next step. Rams 11-6, having win the division, the toughest division in football. Hats off to them. The Rams are going to be really good. I mean, I'm not sure how good Matthew Stafford's going to be. His first year, it might take a while to get that chemistry with his talent on offense, but their defense is, one of the best in the league. But yeah, I mean, this Rams team is going to be very, very good for sure. And I could see them making a run for the Super Bowl for sure. Definitely. Cowboys 10-7, having them win the division. And they have their offense is completely loaded with Michael Gallup, CeeDee Lamb, and Dak Prescott if he can stay healthy. Their defense might be a little bit of a question, but I have them going 10-7. But yeah, I mean, the question is, can they actually be 10-7? Get to the playoffs, and yeah, we'll see. Seahawks 10-7. Have them getting the number 5 seed. The Seahawks team is going to be good with Russell Wilson and stuff. The offensive line still is not going to be that great, I don't think. And their defense will be okay, but we'll see. I mean, I think Russell Wilson will have another good year. I have him on a couple of my fantasy teams, I think. We'll see how it goes for them. 49ers 10-7. They're in the same boat as the Seahawks, Rams. Very tough division. I honestly think the 49ers are an better all-around team. I have the Seahawks finishing ahead of them somehow. And I also have the Saints. So, yeah, the 49ers are a good all-around team. A disappointing year for them last year with so many injuries. That's why they didn't make it to the playoffs. I think Trey Lance is going to... I think Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be the starting quarterback. That's my prediction, but I'm not 100% sure. Either way, I think the 49ers are going to be around a 10-win team. And, the very good defense. Question is, can they get back to the Super Bowl, possibly make a run for it, and, get that Lombardi trophy? Because that was a pretty... Because, they lost to the Ravens back in 2013 in a heartbreaking Super Bowl, kind of, and they, blew a 10-point lead against the Chiefs a couple of years ago. Saints 10-7. I think, they're going to get in the playoffs, the Saints will, with Jameis Winston as quarterback, but I think this is going to be a down year for the Saints, because without Drew Brees, that's a big loss for them, and their defense is going to be really good, Yeah, I was hoping Drew Brees would get a Super Bowl with the Saints, because I like Drew Brees, but, yeah, it just kind of stinks. But yeah, I mean, in a couple of years, the Saints will be back, and they'll be a division contender again. But I just think losing Drew Brees, and I think they just need to find their quarterback. I'm not sure if Jameis Winston is the guy because he throws a lot of interceptions, a lot of touchdown passes, but too many interceptions. So he'll need to clean up the mistakes if he wants to be the future Saints quarterback. Vikings 9-8, have them just missing out on a playoff spot. They're going to be very close. their offense is very good with Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson. Kirk Cousins not bad. Um, their defense, is all right. I don't think they're that great, to be honest. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think that I've been just missing out on the playoffs, and it just happens to be. I mean, the Vikings are a borderline playoff team in my opinion. But they're definitely a pretty good team, and they could even win the division possibly, but I don't see it against the Packers. Cardinals 9-8. Have them finishing last place in a very good division at 9-8, and just missing out on the playoffs. The Cardinals are going to be really good this year. Their secondary won't be that great. Their defense will be improved. Kyler Murray's going to have a huge season with DeAndre Hopkins, and this is a very good Cardinals team. But I think they're a couple years away from actually like being a division winner and like getting making a run for the Super Bowl possibly. But yeah, I mean, their division's just too tough with the Rams. It's tough at this division football. And they could very well, they're in last place, they could very well win the division. I mean, that division is just so tough and so even. So that's why I have them going 9-8. Washington football team 9-8. Defense is going to be very good. Offense is going to be questioned. I think, yeah, Ryan Fitzpatrick's going to be a starting quarterback. He'll be okay, but I have him just missing out on the playoffs, and I actually have him getting upset week 18 against the Giants. So that's going to actually cost them the division. The Giants are going to be not bad. So yeah, I'm going 9-8. Bears 8-9. Justin Fields, he's a good. I think he's a good future quarterback for the Bears for sure. Their defense is gonna be very good, but I think they're a couple years away from being really good. And like once Aaron Rodgers retires, because he's kind of old, I think the Bears are gonna have a better opportunity to win the division. Because I don't think the Packers are gonna be very good when Aaron Rodgers retires or even leaves next year if he does. So I think kind of the same thing with the Vikings. Like the Vikings are a couple years away, the Bears are a couple years away from being really good in that division. I think. Giants 8-9. So Giants, they have a young team, Daniel Jones, and like they have some young talent on offense. The defense is okay. This is just a very young team, and like they're a couple years away from being pretty good. I think. They're just kind of young. I'm not sure if Daniel Jones is actually the guy, but we'll see. And it's a question on whether Saquon Barkley can stay healthy or not. Carolina Panthers 6-11. Same thing here. Like they have young talent, but they're a couple years away. I think I'm not sure if Sam Darnold will be the future guy, but we'll see. I don't see anything that special as Sam Darnold. I think losing Teddy Bridgewater kind of hurt, but we'll see. I mean, they have some young talent like Christian McCaffrey, but he can't do it all and stuff. And I think the Panthers are a couple years away from being a borderline playoff team, just not this year. Falcons 4-13. So losing Julio Jones and Matt Ryan, they have Kyle Pitts and Calvin Ridley. I don't see the Falcons being very good this year. They're in kind of rebuild mode. Julio Jones is a huge loss, and yeah, I just kind of feel bad for the Falcons. Lions 2-15. Yeah, like one of the worst teams in the league this year, probably. Sorry, Lions fans. I know some Lions fans. But yeah, not much to say. They're kind of in rebuild mode, kind of like with the Jets and the Texans right now. Eagles 2-15. That's a little exaggerated, I think. Have them going 2-15, but not very good this year. I don't think they will be. Nothing that special out of this team. I mean, they'll have Devontae Smith, the former Heisman, on their team. Jalen Hurts is their starting quarterback, but that's about it. They're in kind of rebuild mode too. I mean, they kind of went downhill a lot after they won the Super Bowl back in 2017, and their whole team has kind of went downhill, unfortunately. So yeah, we'll see if they can rebuild sometime in the coming years. So I broke it down for all 32 teams. Now on to the playoffs. Okay. So first round of the playoffs, I got Browns and Titans. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting matchup for the wild card round. All the offensive weapons on the Titans. And I'm gonna take the Browns here. I think they're a better all-around team than the Titans. They have a lot of offensive weapons, but I think the Browns are a very solid team, and I think they get that done even in the hostile environment in Tennessee. Broncos, Ravens. I want to take the Broncos, but they're my team. But I gotta go with the honest choice, the Ravens. They're a better all-around team, and Lamar Jackson and that good running game and good defense. Yeah, I mean they'll win that game. I think I see that being a close game, like a one-score game, but I think the Ravens will definitely probably win that game. Chargers, Bills. Definitely taking the Bills here. The Bills, they're just like on a different level than the Chargers are. The Chargers are still young. Sometime in the next couple of years, the Chargers will be where the Bills are at, a Super Bowl contender. But I don't see it this year. The Chargers are too young with Justin Herbert. And that'll be Justin Herbert's first playoff game. Seahawks and Cowboys. This is a tough matchup for me to predict. Wow. I might honestly come back to that one. 49ers, Rams. I'm going to take the Rams here at home. I think they're the better team a little bit with Matthew Stafford as a quarterback. Jimmy Garoppolo, I think he would be the starting quarterback in this situation over Trey Lance, but I don't think he'll get it done in a hostile environment in LA. So I have the Rams winning that one. Saints, Packers, definitely the Packers in that one. They're with Aaron Rodgers and going up against Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston's first playoff game, and Rodgers is so much better, and he'll be hopefully trying to get past that NFC Championship game. Seahawks, Cowboys. Okay, back to this one. The Cowboys have a better offense, I would say, with the offensive weapons, the offensive line. Both defenses are all right, so I'm gonna take the Cowboys in this one. That offense, and I think they'll get it done, and I think they're going to sack Russell Wilson a lot because their defense has also gotten better on the Cowboys, too. All right, divisional round, Ravens, Bills. Rematch the divisional round from last year. And I'm going to take the Bills. I think they're going to stand their ground against the Ravens. Um, you know, I mean, the Bills are just a better all-around team. They have a better defense than the Ravens, I think. And they'll score a lot of points. This is going to be a close game, a one-score game, but I think the Bills will win this game. Browns, Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes. That Kansas City is going to be very good this year. But I might surprise a lot of people. But I'm actually going upset here. Browns over Chiefs. I'm just really high on this Browns team right now. It's just a new era for them, and I think they get an upset here. They might have a better defense than the Chiefs, and Baker Mayfield's just gonna have a good game. It's gonna be close, but I have, believe it or not, I have Cleveland pulling up the upset, and they've done it in the past. They did it against Pittsburgh last year, so this Browns team is definitely for real, I think. Rams, Packers. I had the Rams winning in Green Bay actually early in the year, but I think Green Bay will get revenge and win that game. Aaron Rodgers has always outdueled Matthew Stafford when he played for the Lions. He's obviously on a different team, much better team in the Rams, but I have the Packers winning that one. Cowboys Buccaneers rematch from week 1 of opening kickoff. That's going to be opening up kickoff night 1. And I have the Buccaneers winning both times. I think they're a much better team than the Cowboys. And I have the Buccaneers winning that game kind of handily. So on to the conference championship. It is Browns, Bills, Packers, Buccaneers rematch. So Browns, Bills, can Cleveland pull off another upset and get to the Super Bowl for the first time in their franchise? I do not think so. I think the Bills will win that and get them to the Super Bowl, back to the Super Bowl, and they'll be really hungry. Even if the Chiefs were to beat the Browns, I think the Bills would beat the Chiefs in the AFC Championship. I know the Chiefs are going to hate on me for having the Browns beat them, but hey, I have the Bills going to the Super Bowl either way. I think I'm really high on this Bills team. Uh, Packers Buccaneers rematch of the NFC Championship game. Can Aaron Rodgers get past the NFC Championship and get him to the Super Bowl? This is gonna be really tough, and I think Tom Brady is gonna beat Aaron Rodgers in the NFC Championship, get him the Buccaneers back to the Super Bowl. I Yeah, I'm sorry, Packers fans, and maybe after that year, Aaron Rodgers will leave and maybe go to the Broncos. I don't know. But I've Buccaneers standing their ground against the Packers. I could see the Packers winning that game, but I think it'll be a close game, and the Buccaneers will win at home. On to the Super Bowl now. Bills Buccaneers. In the Super Bowl, Bills have never won it. They lost 4 straight Super Bowls. They'll be really hungry for a win. Can the Buccaneers repeat? Teams barely repeat anymore, so that's why I have the Bills winning this Super Bowl, and they'll have their first ever Super Bowl win in their franchise history, and they will knock off Tom Brady. Maybe Tom Brady will retire then. I don't know. He'll probably won't. But yeah, I have the Bills winning the Super Bowl. And thank you for watching, guys. I have the Bills winning the Super Bowl over the Buccaneers. I hope the Broncos go all the way, my team, but yeah, that's about it. Yeah, and real quick, I have my setup in my dorm, all that stuff. And yeah, one thing real quick, I will be doing, I have one more reaction video for the Lakers this upcoming season. And I'll be doing weekly predictions for each Broncos game coming up, and I'll be doing a recap of each Broncos game coming up for each week. So long, guys, and I'm glad football is here.